I think service is the big item missing in the market today.
These other companies there's just so many people, and it's just so easy to just, you guys over here, you do the daily work, but we have a group of people over here that are experts, and they're the ones going to make the decisions. We don't care what you think. We only care what these people think.
I don't think many firms are empowered or designed. I don't think their interests are aligned with the client. How does a firm put the client first, but then they won't let them have access to an advisor if they don't have $500,000 or more? How is that client first? And that's everywhere.
So with larger firms, there really isn't a direct interaction between management in the back office versus the people that are on the street meeting with the clients. Their objectives are really more centered around profits and making sure that whatever activity we have has a net effect they're looking for.
There's pressures to push you down a certain path for legality or whatever. And it's removing or distancing you from really the relationship you have with your client. And to me, that's where I hear advisors' frustration.
I just talked to an advisor last week who shared with me that he used to be able to call his home office and get somebody to listen when he had an issue, and they would listen and they'd react. And he said now when he calls, they don't even take his calls anymore.
I don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to be in a place that they could come to work, be extremely proud of who they work for, and know that it means something and it stands for something.
What do I really want to do next? Whatever I do, I want it to be fantastic. I want there to be energy.
I didn't know how good it could be. We've talked to advisors about that. They're respectfully, you might not know how good it can be for you.
If you're considering joining a firm and becoming a financial advisor, I would look really hard at what the resources are, what the platform looks like. Do some heavy diligence to make sure that this firm is everything they say they are. Because every firm's going to say that they can do all of those things. I mean, come on, it's easy to say it. But is there a track record of doing it?
You know, you can talk about technology till you're blue in the face, and technology is great. But what I think is way more advantageous than technology is just to have human contact and people.
To have someone to lean on that truly is an expert in that field is an extremely big resource. And in my opinion, having those resources versus another firm that touts technology or other types of services that they think is the newest and latest greatest, I would much rather have the experts that I can lean on.
And that's always the focus, is how can we make that relationship successful by me interacting and making my relationship with the FA successful.
And having that personal fingerprint that the Edwards has, you know, that personal feel. I got lucky, I got spoiled. More people should have that opportunity.
I don't know that I would ever have had that staying in the other corporate culture that I was in. I don't know that they would have cared about my voice.
I've heard people in the field say the same thing. Like, yeah, I heard all the things you said when I came through for my visit, but now that I've been here for 8 months or a year, I get it now.
I walk around here thinking I'm the luckiest guy on the face of the earth. I pinch myself. I am living my dream.
We hear stories all the time from clients who come in and say, oh my gosh, you're smiling. I haven't seen you smile in so long.
I think there's a lot of really quality advisors and people out there that are in outside industries that they need to not settle and not be content. It's too important. It's, to me, that we have got to not settle. And that's a message I think that people outside of our industry that are considering and or advisors in other firms need to really challenge themselves.